Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon. Pedro have given a very good stage about Internet of Things and how security is very, very important in that kind of areas. But today, maybe I would like to share a little bit more about the things that we have signed, the MOU, what we will be doing, and what we have been doing so far regarding smart cities. I think we have seen a lot of times that the growth of IoT devices have now reached about 15 or 16 billion devices around the world. So it's, I think, about twice more than the human population on Earth. And we have seen a lot of attacks have been growing in different countries around the world. And this is very concern to all of the applications that we have been rolling out, especially in the area of different applications in terms of different verticals. And this kind of attacks is something that we need to protect. Yeah? What we are seeing is that in the area of smart cities, we feel the data is one of the most important part. Yeah? We collect the data from all these devices. And what we do is that we aggregate all this data into a single platform. And finally, what we need to find is to gather the insights, derive the meaning, because we want to ensure that the data that we have collected give a very meaningful meanings, and we don't want this data to be corrupted or being hacked by any other entity. So if you look at the whole IoT ecosystem, it's quite complex in a way that it have different technology stacks. Of course, the underlying layers is the devices, the sensors that collect all the data. And then you have the communications where you send the data out into different means of connectivity, protocols, either fixed or wireless. And then we have the cloud that collects the data. And then you have the applications that create insights, or you do some analytics on top of that. But of course, most of the time when I make these kinds of presentation, 99.9%, they will ask me another one question: what about the security? So when we talk about security, it has to go through all the layers from the devices, the hardware itself, up to the applications. And what our role in this IoT ecosystem, Favoriot, is actually in the role of middleware, the platform that gathers the data from all the sensors, and we open the data to other application developer who wants to create this kind of applications, depending on which vertical. So we make this platform as friendly as possible so that the people can subscribe to the platform and create their own verticals, regardless whether this is vertical for education or health or agriculture or smart cities. They can use the same platform to create their own applications. So we provide them the tools for them to do that. So if you look back about the whole security aspect, people will always ask us about how you want to protect the moment when, because these devices are now everywhere, almost, like I said, 15 billion devices. The moment they can attack in any part of the technology stack, they have access to the rest of the data. And we will have to ensure that the data integrity is still intact. We don't want the service to be compromised. And of course, a lot of organizations nowadays want to say that, hey, do you comply to this kind of security? And this is what we always encounter when we talk with the governments. They always ask us, how secure is your IoT communications? Yeah? This is one of the areas that we need to look at. So what we have done is that we create this platform to connect, aggregate, and visualize it. So as simple as that. So it's a Malaysian-made platform that we have built. It's simple. It sits in the cloud or over on a premise, but we need the hardware to be connected. The hardware can be connected directly through the sensors, or another way is through a gateway. This is where we work with Kaspersky. If you just look just now, that they have this IoT secured gateway, which all the sensors are being connected through a single gateway, so that you can protect any intrusion to the whole infrastructure. And from there, we have all the facilities, the tools for them to collect, visualize, and create their own insights if they want to. So they can do that as simple as that. So when we talk about smart cities, one of the big challenges is that everyone claims that they are smart cities. We have seen Dubai, also smart cities, London, Singapore, certain cities in Malaysia also. But in Malaysia, one of the things that we always ask ourselves, why do you claim yourself as smart cities? So there need to be some form of smart city indicators. What level of smart city maturity that you are in? Either you are very early adopter or you're very advanced smart city. That's the questions. But a lot of people says, I'm just a smart city, but you don't know which level they are. So what happened is that there is ISO standards, still based on worldwide standards. Tahap 1, Tahap 2 is actually level 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So they have different indicators. So we have 85 indicators. The moment you can establish all the 85 indicators, you're already well above what we call the visionary smart cities. But if you are only at the early adopters, you only comply to 10 of the smart city indicators. That, you're actually at the early stage, meaning to say you can set up as simple as a command center, a mini command center that can aggregate different applications into the command center. Yeah. So as you go along, there are many applications need to be built. I think here, when we say 85 indicators, there can be a lot, like 85 kind of applications of smart cities. So when we look at these different levels of smart cities, we're also seeing that this level also talk about the analytics part. Because it always talk about the data that been collected to a command center. And from there, you see how this data from silo information into a very aggregated information where you can have more analytics up to the stage where you can have even what we call, you can have your own machine learnings to have that level of what we call descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, or prescriptive sort of analytics. So that's the level of advance that you move from a very simple smart city areas into a very advanced area. So from here, it's more easier for us, any vendors who wants to propose smart city solutions to any government, they can follow the smart city indicators. Because otherwise, they might, they have difficulty to prioritize which smart city projects they want to do. So with that smart city indicators, you know how these applications can grow into a more visionary applications. So one of the case example that we have done about 2 years back is how we work together with one of the largest smart city, which is our administrative capital in Putrajaya. So they already, in the area of smart cities, they have built different kind of applications, from simple applications to a very high advanced applications. But they have also certain issues that they face. Basically, because when you launch, you work with different vendors, you have multiple systems, you have different silos of database, because different systems become their own database. They also have complexity in terms of managing too many dashboards. Every systems have their own dashboard, and how do you want to manage that? They have difficulty in terms of managing the whole system, because every system comes with different, different solution, different costs, and it comes with the whole end-to-end. You look at the devices, the platform, applications, everyone comes with that system. So what if you can reduce this kind of cost, to the whole administrative capital or the local councils? When they have very multiple dashboard, they have difficulty in terms of making very informed decision or informed data visualization to the whole public. So they want a single dashboard for them to view all of that. So we work with their command center, and what we did is that we try to solve this problem of managing different systems. So what we have done is that this platform will aggregate with their current legacy systems. So we set this integration through the normal API that they have from their systems, aggregate into that platform. But we also have, if they have new applications that they need to build, they can just get their own hardware and can be connected directly to the platform. So that can reduce a lot of new systems to be built. They don't need to buy another end-to-end solutions, and then simplify the whole process by having a single dashboard on their command center. So what we have done is that we aggregate their hydrology, environmental data, and lake data into a single dashboard for this to be viewed. The public can view this data. We share them with the public, but they also have detailed data that we have collected for them. So this is the detailed data which the admin people will have the capability to view. This is a different setup that we can, actually we are working together with Kaspersky. As you've seen that this system is being connected through the gateway. So it's secured from the hardware to the gateway and up to the cloud. And from the cloud, you have different choices, and one of the choices is Favoriot to work with. And we open this platform for people to create their own vertical of applications. Yeah. So we have done different application scenario too. For example, detecting leakage of gases. So there are certain manufacturing plants that use ammonia gas, a very dangerous gas. So they need to ensure that the data that being sent throughout is certain threshold that can be informed to their people to ensure that the safety of the people whenever there is any gas leakage. So this is actually a poultry manufacturing plant. As simple as weather information, there's a lot of this information, mini weather stations are now everywhere within some project areas that can be connected through a single gateway, for example, like the one that we work with Kaspersky. And with that, we feel that now is the time for us to move forward, to work together with the Kaspersky and SO Protect, to work in this area of smart cities, moving towards more, because smart city, as I mentioned to you just now, there are 85 indicators that need to be worked with. So I hope that with this kind of relationship that we have, collaboration, we can move forward with more applications to the whole local councils. So I think with that, I would like to say thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.